What's up, guys? This is Ryan here, back for another awesome video of mine, and I am proud, I guess, to talk about this topic. And this is E3. I mean, first day, conferences are over. Now it's pretty much everything else in between, small developers and whatnot. But I'm mainly talking about the conferences. Man, those were some mind-blowing conferences, like Ubisoft and Microsoft and Sony and everybody else did a real good job with their conference. But I'm going to talk about one in particular, and I think you guys probably already know which I'm going to talk about, and that's the Sony conference. And man, that was just mind blowing. Wow, it was incredible. It was a good conference. They touched on all the subjects that I guess me, in my opinion, as a gamer, really wanted to know. There were some things that I wish they could have done better, some information that I wish that they could have said, but it was still, nonetheless, it was still a great conference. And the best thing about this conference was about, I'd say about 3/4 of the way through the conference, they basically did an all-out attack on Microsoft. And, they didn't really say Microsoft, but they said that, our games will have no restrictions. If you want to sell the game, you can sell the game. If you want to trade the game, you can trade the game. If you want to, sell it to your best friend, you can do that. If you want to, trade it back into GameStop, you can do that. They pretty much just said pretty much everything that Microsoft has done. They pretty much did it, but the other way around, and it was really, really amazing. And I've just to go and get that out there, I have no problem with Microsoft. I do have a problem with some of their policies that they're putting through. I mean, look, I'm playing State of Decay right now, as you can see, which is a Xbox 360 exclusive game, and it was just amazing though. And like I said, I don't have any problem with Microsoft. I don't have any problem with the Xbox One. I think it's a great idea, great console. Just terrible if they would have taken the that whole used game policy out of the way. I think they would have done a lot better. But like I said, mainly I want to talk about the PlayStation 4 and their conference. I mean, one of the biggest things I thought was a key part of their conference, and I think they overdid it a little bit, but I'm glad to see that they did, is that they really focused on the independent developers, the little guys. These guys make great games like Flower, Journey. I mean, for you, 360 fans, Super Meat Boy. I mean, these guys do really good jobs making great games. And Sony's really focusing on that, and making it easier for these developers to get their games out in the market. And they basically said that there's no publishing rights. I think that's right. Not publishing, but it makes it easier for these guys to publish their games, and just makes it more, like I said, easier. I don't know really how to explain it. I don't know how the entire publishing process goes. I know it's harder to get a game published on 360 than it is on PlayStation right now. So, but that's something that is key to me, and focusing on these little guys. And I wish that they would have talked more about some of the the bigger games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, in Assassin's Creed a little bit more. But I know that's coming. I know that's going to be eventually coming out there. The year's still young. We're halfway through. The console's not going to be out until November. As of there's no release date for the exact release dates for the PlayStation 4, which is something that I wish that they would have, said. But nonetheless, I know that these bigger titles and these more exclusive titles will eventually be coming our way. And that's another thing. I mentioned Assassin's Creed. They did demo Assassin's Creed, and this was, I don't know if this was a hardware or the game issue, but during the conference it did freeze, and they did have to skip a good portion of the game. But that's anywhere you go. Microsoft had their issues, so but that just makes me concerned. Is it the game, or was it the console? But I think they were saying it's more like the game, because the game is still technically not finished. And keep it kind of going on that way. I thought, like, another thing previously that was announced back in their old conference, and well, actually not their old conference, but a little bit after their conference, they were talking about price, and they said that the price would be reasonable, and it happens to be very reasonable. $400 for a console. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, you got to if you go to a GameStop. I know for a fact, because I've already pre-ordered my PlayStation 4, is that it require you to have a $100 down payment, for a pre-order. So that means all I gotta do is go back and put down $300 more, and I'll have my console for sure. And like I said, $400 is not that bad. It's $100 less than the PlayStation. Sorry, the Xbox One, which is going for $500. And I didn't really expect that. I thought maybe they would be close to each other. Maybe due to the fact that Microsoft's putting a Blu-ray player and Sony owns all the license for the Blu-ray player, so they gotta dish out a little extra cash for the Blu-ray player. But that's just something. I guess I thought that really kind of shocked me. And when they said that too, the crowd went wild during that conference. It was amazing. I gotta. That was pretty funny. I was laughing at that. And I mean, just to give you guys a clarification how well I liked the conference, I mean, I sat there and watched both, like, 2 live streams of the conference. I watched the main stream that they were producing, and I watched a secondary stream of a couple of my friends doing a live stream of the conference, giving their opinion live. And man, it was just just great. I mean, everybody was going, yay, I like that game. The games look great. And that's the thing, they showed Killzone, they showed Infamous, they showed Destiny, they showed several other big exclusives and some, announcement games, and man, they looked amazing. And I can't wait to play these games. These games look awesome. I was even surprised, Elder Scrolls Online is coming to both consoles, and that's just amazing. I'm a big Elder Scrolls fan. I loved Oblivion. I play the crap out of Skyrim. And I mean, just another big thing too for me, because this pretty much goes back, to the PlayStation 2 era, and really got me on this track of playing games as much as I do was, they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and it's one of the reasons why I got, a DS, a 3DS, and a PSP. Well, PSP was a little bit after that. They relaunched their title after that. But it's mainly one of the reasons why I got, a 3DS and a DS was so I can play the Kingdom Hearts games. And, now that they're coming on for both, Kingdom Hearts coming out for both consoles, that's a big plus for me. I've been waiting for, a console version for the Kingdom Hearts games for a very long time. And it's glad to see that they're coming back. And I just can't wait. I mean, the conference themselves were just mind-blowing. And I hope good things are still to come for both Microsoft and Sony as the days count down to launch. And I know they will, and I know they probably will change things. Microsoft might get the hint that this always online deal isn't the best thing, or doing this policy with used games isn't the right way to go with it. And even what I was strange was today as in this recording, I was reading online that Microsoft had just basically said if you didn't like what was going on in the Xbox One, you just can, stick with the 360, which I guess that's not something that you should say to, potential customers, but, they have their ways, Sony has their ways, and, I just can't wait. I hope things change for Sony. I mean, not Sony. I hope things change for Microsoft. They have, a good console, and, good things to come for it, but that's basically about it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please subscribe. I've always tried doing new things. Leave a comment if you guys got questions, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.